My name is Helena Thompson. I'm a third-year double degree student here at Oberlin from Dallas, Texas, and I'm studying voice performance in the conservatory and religion in the college.
What, this semester? Okay, I'm taking biochem, which is my first 300 level chem class. I'm taking intro physics from the chem major.
I'm also taking political theory from Plato to Machiavelli.
Taking an environmental humanities class called Nature, Culture, and Interpretation.
And I'm taking a music theory class called The Visible in Music, sort of a cool interdisciplinary approach to music theory.
I take composition lessons, I take my composition studio, and then I'm also playing in the Oberlin Javanese gamelan, which is an Indonesian percussion orchestra from Central Java.
Well, I've been a member of OSCA since I've gotten here, and I lived and I ate in Harkness for 2 years. This year I'm only eating in Harkness, but I'm definitely very involved in OSCA, just sort of on the individual co-op day-to-day level.
I usually am in a show, which takes up 110% of my time.
I'm a co-chair of the EXCO committee, the Neuroscience Majors Committee, an editor for Wilder Voice, which is a campus publication.
I teach an EXCO, which is a student taught course on gamelan as well. I teach the introductory level course.
Absolutely. I feel like the things I do outside of class are the philosophy behind what I do inside the class, beyond the studying and the memorizing.
Very much so, actually. It's more so like the work in class drives and relates the work outside of class. So I see most of my classes here as very project driven, and it's much easier for me to stay motivated within them and to learn the material if they're constantly being related to the application of that knowledge.
You know, a large portion of my social interactions are actually academically based, which I think is really helpful for me.
Oh, it takes place everywhere. It sort of takes place in empty places that I'm sort of sitting around in, and it takes place in time, or sort of my downtime. It also takes place, obviously, in the classroom, but that's sort of where the seeds are planted, and then it's more of a go out and figure out what you just learned.
I don't really know if I've ever really learned something until some time has passed and it will come up again in some context, and I'll feel like I'm more ready for a situation because of something that happened in the past.
I think it's like digestion. I think, like, you know that you've eaten because your stomach is full. I think you know that you learned something when, I guess, your mind is full, or you learned something because you really can take it in, and it's nourishing. It doesn't feel like a stomachache necessarily, though maybe a stomachache is necessary, but I think it's like digestion.
Definitely. I was lucky enough to travel to Indonesia and study gamelan thanks to a grant that I wrote with a few faculty members.
Yeah, it would have to be, I think my voice for the actor class has been a really powerful experience for me this semester because it's liberated me, not only in terms of acting and in terms of my own sense of my body and my breath, but it's really physically intensive, and you do things in this environment with this amazing professor, Heather Anderson-Wohl, that you wouldn't do anywhere else. Oh, it happens effortlessly, I think.
This seems to be happening a lot to me this semester with the classes that I'm taking in the conservatory, because the same concepts will come up in different classes. And sometimes it's just natural for me to sort of bring in something that I've learned in another class.
Because my majors are pretty disparate as things go, and it is very helpful to kind of connect them all and to kind of have some theme or thesis to a semester's work.
I'm able to find a lot of meaning, I think. I think personalizing the work we're doing is how we learn, is how I learn the best.
I think Oberlin's full of light bulb moments. I can name a few. A really small one was when Oberlin brought in a visiting artist from Indonesia for gamelan and had him teach during the coldest part of January last year, and he invited all of us back to his home in Indonesia. And I just thought, oh no, I'm just a kid from Kentucky, right across from Cincinnati. I don't have the money to fly to Indonesia. I can't do all of this. When that day I received an email from the conservatory dean saying all of you students should consider applying for these grants. And then I realized, oh wait, there's a grant writing course taught by Jan Cooper in the rhetoric department, and all of these people around me are trying to do this. And it was a moment of realizing that instead of hearing about the Oberlin students that run out and do crazy things, that I could actually be one of those people, and that it doesn't have to be about where I came from so much as where I'm going. As I'm learning something like capoeira, which is so subtle and slow and methodical in your movements, understanding that I'm a baby and that I have a long way to go in everything that I'm learning.